Hey, welcome back. This week, we continue our journey south through the Princess Royal Channel, make a pit stop at Butedale, and end up at Khutze Conservancy.
We're going through a new channel today, and we're going to stop at this place called Butedale. You have to get permission to stop there, and all they ask is that you take a nice photo or a couple of your boat at the docks to help with their project development. So that's what we're planning on doing tonight, and then we're gonna continue on down the channel the following day.
You see the whales, Porter? Are they whales? Oh, it's okay. Mountains straight out of the water, waterfalls everywhere, and humpback whales the entire way through. That pretty much sums up our experience in the Princess Royal Channel. We'd hear a blow, look up, and there'd be one off the bow, and then another behind us, then one way out in the distance. They were all around us. We hadn't seen this many humpback whales since winter in Hawaii. It just kept happening mile after mile. We received permission to make a quick stop at Butedale for the night, an old cannery town tucked into the trees, slowly being reclaimed by the forest. Rusted metal, weathered wood, and a waterfall pouring right down beside it. It's quiet now, just remnants of what used to be a busy place along the inside passage.
So this is an old cannery, I think. What does that say? Butedale on Princess Royal Island. Oh. Registered visitors only. Which we are.
We just left Butedale. Pretty calm night. I thought there would be more boat wake, but there really wasn't. There's nothing worse than Kʻootz in Hawaii. So we woke up to really thick fog, and I've been up since like six-ish, trying to figure out if I want to go on the early low tide, which would be our time to go south, or the later low tide, which is getting later, and the earlier one's getting later, which means we don't have to wake up so early, which is good. But I don't know, I just don't want to get to a place late again. So I decided with enough time to get there, we're only supposed to be going like 12 miles today. Oh my god. So it shouldn't be too bad as long as we make it, but this fog is super thick. I cannot see anything. So I'm relying on maps and radar. So, yeah.
We had a short trip south to the Khutze Conservancy, which turned out to be one of our favorite places we stopped along the inside passage.
Oh my goodness, they're so freaking cute. I'm obsessed. Us, that's right.
So this just goes to show how you don't follow all the Navionics reviews. Somebody said this was a 5-star anchorage. How deep is it right here?
220 feet.
We're not 20 feet from the wall right now. So yeah, definitely not an option. This is Kʻootz Bay. So we're gonna go to the end of the bay, which is kind of like an estuary, which we should have no problem, knock on wood, anchoring there. Unlike the fjord-like depths upon the entrance of the inlet, the estuary was super shallow. We briefly considered stern tying, but decided against it. This was one of the busiest anchorages we've been to throughout our time in the Inside Passage thus far. And it's no surprise why. This place was beautiful. We're at this anchorage called Khutze Bay or Khutze Inlet, and it is one of the most stunning anchorages I think we've been to, ever. This is my background right now. I look out the window and I can't believe we're here. Yeah, everywhere we go in BC so far has been like Asgard. I expect Asgard to have this many horseflies though. Good thing this dog likes to eat them. I don't know if that's, oh, I might catch him on camera right now. Porter, what's that right there? Look right there. We went on a dinghy mission earlier to go find the elusive spirit bear and some wolves, but we were not successful. I'm making some samosas. Well, I'm not making them, I'm just heating them up. Really complain about this view. And that's like the most insane. Oh, hello.
Since we got to Kʻootz Bay early, really hate how our engine has been smoking. Like, not smoking, but the exhaust there's a lot of smoke in the exhaust. So I was like, okay, it's got to be the fuel injectors. Watched the video, I'm like, the injectors aren't that bad to clean. Got the first injector off, and it is sooted up. That is not how it's supposed to look. Sorry, it's really hard to see. Won't really focus. But I'm going to clean this one, and if I'm feeling up to it, I'll do the other three too. But yeah, we'll see what happens.
Is that Pua? Is it Pua? Porter misses all of his puppy friends that he made in the Aloi when we were in Hawaii. Whenever we bring up their names, he cries, and it's so sad. It's Chansey. The next day, we decided to pick up the anchor and continue our mission south. Upon leaving Kʻootz Inlet, the engine started bogging, so we pulled over, dropped the anchor again, and tried to diagnose the problem.
Ooh, that's pretty black. Yeah, that's pretty. He's got one good one. See that?
After our late departure from Kʻootz Inlet, we motored approximately 30 nautical miles to Bottleneck Cove.
It's really bright in this video, but it's not. It's pretty dark. The sun set 20 minutes ago. We ran into, this was a very eventful day of motoring. So we wanted to leave early this morning, but with the ebb tide, you gotta time everything. Otherwise, you're just gonna go too slow. So if you're going south, we've found, I think, that you need to leave with the ebb tide. But then, like, we've gone through many different channels today, and I feel like they all were in, like, there's not a lot of information on avionics or online, so you have to figure out when to go through the channels, like, on your own. Anyway, they weren't really, like, matching up. So, leaving Kʻootz Inlet, the engine was bogging, and so it could have been a number of things. It could have been David just fixed the injector or cleaned the injectors, so we thought maybe something was loose, there was air getting in, or it had the same vibe as like all of the fuel issue problems that we'd been having. So we stopped, we anchored right before we left the inlet. We replaced the primary rate core and secondary EMR fuel filters. And then once we got out in the channel, we were like, you know what, let's try and push her a little bit, 2,500 RPM. It's not really pushing her, but we've just been doing everything really conservatively, which I know isn't good for a diesel engine. But that's what we've been doing. And after about 5 minutes of pushing her to around 2,500 RPM, we heard a clicking, and then I smelled smoke. So I went into the engine room, and it was just like all smoke. And so I was like, Dave, there's an exhaust leak. And so I ran up, took the helm. Dave put it in neutral. Dave went downstairs, figured it was a blown injector. It like blew.
I loosened it because it was leaking.
He loosened it because it was leaking.
The vibration probably loosened it more.
What? You loosened it because it was leaking?
Yeah, the gasket was too tight.
Oh.
So it was like letting exhaust out, I guess.
Okay. Anyway, long story short, things happened. Things were fixed. And now we are late to this anchorage called Bottleneck. And this is it. It looks so bright on the camera, but it's so dark. Like, this is not true. It's more like, let me see if I can match it right now. Yeah, it's more like that. That's about it. What we can see. Yeah, and it's just like a little skinny cove. Apparently can fit a bunch of boats, and it's like bomb proof. So yeah, we see one boat so far. Anyway, it's been a long day. Things broke, things got fixed. We've made it in the darkness, which you don't want to do. You don't want to do anything in the dark here because, one, it's like everything's so beautiful to look at. So why would you do anything in the dark? And then two, because you don't want to hit a log, which there are many of. So.
Thanks for watching. Join us next week as we visit Kʻootz Hot Springs.